Hey, what's up, all the peoples? Ridiculous Badger coming at you. We got a live update, and so that's what we're going to be looking at. I think the game is already up. We got it's a bunch of stuff coming down the pipeline, so we got to talk about it. All right, let's see what's going on. Okay, it's live. That's nice. So I think that one of the things that's happening is that let's check Shield. One of the things that's happening is that I do believe that there is a shadow patch for probably the next big event, which is going to be Seven Pirates' birthday, and it should be happening very soon. So I do think it's possible that it's either happening tomorrow or happening next week. Let's check my calendar. Maybe I got an update for it. Hold on. I came prepared. No, I don't. Okay. Alright, so, not sure yet. It could be tomorrow, it could be another day, it could be next week. But anyway, that's going to be a big event. A lot of the times they do drop an update right before. Of course, though, they generally drop an update towards the end of Galactic Battle season, which is what we're in right now, and they also do it like right before the beginning. So I mean, we should see a couple more. We should see another update or so coming down the pipeline. But enough of the jibba jabba. Let's jibba jabba about this thing. Hi, captains. We're still blah 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 blah. Added commander plug-in skills, whatever the heck that means. That's going to be the meat of the potatoes of this thing. We're going to have to talk about that. We're going to, what the F is a plug-in skin. So, but, next thing, saved equipment sets can be named freely. Well, let's try that out. Look, we can now copy this. We can now copy. They added a copy button. That's awesome. The one thing that I wanted, that I asked for to the devs is they send an email to vices and guild leaders every Monday at server reset with the scores that people had for guild mobilization. So I asked them, hey, add in a copy button for that, please, because we, in Seraphin, we do like a data dump. We take all of that information and, whatever, we track, whatever. You don't need to friggin' know the details. But hopefully this is the start of more copy and pasting, and I'm way too excited about that. That was unannounced, and that is a big deal, I think. And one of the things that, let's check out these equipment sets. But one of the things that I've been talking to support about a lot is we need a change log. We need an explanation of what changes they actually made. Like, for example, if I didn't just happen to see this little button in the corner of the screen, I wouldn't know that they added the copy function to this. So one of the things that, I've been asking for is please give us a full list of all of the implemented changes. Don't make us root around in here. It's ridiculous. But anyway, that ranty tangent aside, let's check out what equipment presets, right? Oh, and here's our plugin skill. Okay, we're gonna have to friggin' get to that. Oh. Okay. How do I make the... Oh, here's the name. Herba-derpa? Oh, 12 character limit. Okay. Herp derp. Yeah! I actually think that this is something that Odad specifically asked for, and I think it's cool because, look at this, we have 15 presets. You can see how little I use mine. But, I switch my gear a lot, and I find, like, I change up a lot of stuff depending on what I'm facing, so it doesn't necessarily help me to have lots of gear slots, although I've been trying to get into the mood to make, like, modular outfit sets here, but, that's not important. What is important is that now I can do this. That's too many characters. Now I can do it. Whatever. That's that. Now I see. Anyway, that's pretty cool. Yeah, I would have liked to look. I'm gonna critique. You know me. I'm gonna critique this shiz already. I'm gonna say I would have liked to see that in a little bit bigger font. Maybe even centered. But whatever. 7 Pirates players can't be choosers, right? Anyway, that's a cool usability fix, and I like usability fixes, and to me, like, super important, super important. But hey, let's this plugin thing, right? Okay. Well, what else? What else? The plugins isn't even launching yet, but we'll get to that. Players can now choose to keep or discard the results when reforging equipment. Okay, let's check this shiz out. Let's see if I even have. Oh, nope. Let's see if I have a thing to reforge. I don't want to reforge this stuff. I can reforge here. Well, why would I reforge a tyrant? I've got. I don't know about that. Are any of these crappy tyrants? Let's break out the calcumather. I came prepared. Okay, I don't know if you guys know this, but it's a super easy way to find out what the base, what I need to do is find out if any of these tyrants are decent. Obviously, one is more decenter than the other, but so the first thing I need to do is I need to calculate its base percentage, its base stat. So I'm going to take the current stat, which is 179.4, and I'm going to add 10 to the upgrade level, and then I'm going to put a decimal right in the middle of that. So I'm going to add 10, so right now it's 13, that's going to become 23, and then I'm going to add a decimal between the 2 and the 3, so that's 2.3. So 179 divided by 2.3. And that's a 78 base tyrant. I do not want to reforge that one. I don't think I have anything to reforge. Can I make a crappy? Maybe I can make a crappy titan. Maybe I can make a crappy titan. Maybe I can make a crappy titan. I'm never gonna end up making a Beetlejuice. Ugh. Use friggin'. Okay. Yeah. Okay, here's this. We're just gonna. This is for you guys. This is all for you guys, whoever you are. Okay, so we got my Titan. Let's reforge. Yeah, that is so terrible. Okay, I'm not gonna feel bad about this at all. Okay. I've got these 2 plus 13s. So let's take, well, let's see, what are some of these? What's my plus 21, huh? This is probably a terrible idea. So I'm going to take 169.57. I'm going to add 10 to 21. That's going to be 31. And then I'm going to add in a decimal between the 3 and the 1. So 169.57 divided by 3.1. That's a 54.7 base Titan. Let's try the rest of these. So I already know this one is lower, so we'll go with the lower one. So 110.17 divided by 2.3 is a 47.9 base. So let's reforge that. We're going to reforge that with our 35.3 base. And now we're supposed to be able to keep it or discard it. I don't know what that means. And so right now it's 110.17. We're looking for something closer to 138 and far away from 69. Here we go. Please carefully confirm the equipment and the materials after the blah, 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 blah. 110.1. Is it the same? Oh, no. It looks like it's going to go to 70.15. So now, how does this work? So let me cancel. And did it use it up? It probably used it up. Yeah, it used it up. So I don't understand. Oh, okay. Wait a second. This is really good here. I was trying to figure this one out. So it was going to roll up at something like 70%, which is just terrible. It's just awful. It's almost a base level Titan for a plus 13, but it gave me the option because my 110.17 is higher. I got to keep that. Now you could start to take your gemmed out Titans and your other equipment that's gemmed out, and you could try to reforge it, and you at least know that you're not going to go down. That's wonderful. Bravo to the devs on that one. That's cool as heck. We have needed that for a long time. I've flushed so many Titans down the drain. Okay. For that alone, this update is worth it and good for free-to-play players. Alright. Added an auto-registration function for peak contest. Guess what? I did both my peak contests. No, I did one. Auto-register. How does that work? After selecting auto-registration for peak contest, you will automatically register for peak contest. Imagine that. Once you have a free attempt or enough strength certificate. Continue. The function will be disabled temporarily if you've not logged in for 7 days. So they did the not log in for 7 days part because of alts. You know, people are just grinding peak with alts, and one of the things you got to be careful about this is going to register you for peak. Yeah, you won't miss out on your peak for the day, but it's going to use your strength certificates. So this setting is just going to keep grinding peak over and over and over again until you run out of strength certificates, basically, or you run out of daily attempts and strength certificates. And then I guess the next day it will do the 2 daily attempts. So this is going to be something that most players are going to not want to check off. This is something for, like, I'm guessing that there were, higher powered players who towards the end, maybe forgot or missed one or want to grind it all day and night, but don't have the opportunity because, some humans, as I hear, need to sleep. Which I hear it's awesome, but I think it might be overrated. But at any rate, so the Titans, the thing that they added for Reforge, that's for all players. That's for free-to-play players, low-spend players. That's for high-spend players. Anybody who does not want to make a terrible mistake, which is great. This is for spenders. And to be honest, this is too rich for my blood. I'm 340 million power. I'm a T12 player. I've been a T12 player for, over a year. This is too rich for my blood. I'm not checking this thing off. What is the next thing? What is the next thing? That's not the next thing. That's not the next thing. The next thing is probably the real thing, right? It's probably the friggin' plug. Yeah, detail. I couldn't tell you what bugs they optimized. Let's look at this Commander plugin skills. So we already saw we saw that we've got a 4th skill slot here. This is for your plugins. Now, can any level get it? Looks like it's not restricted by Commander letter level, whatever the fuck that is. Class, that's what they call it. Okay. Now we saw on WeChat they posted some more information on WeChat. So basically what's going to happen is for your commander, you have to unlock this thing. It's called an alpha injector. It looks like that's going to cost 8,000 all-star tokens. Once you unlock the alpha injector, you use it on your commander, and I assume it gets used up. You need to buy one for each commander that you want to unlock these plugin skills. Let me turn this down. Let's turn this down. Okay, so you got to unlock the plugin skills. That comes from your alpha injector. Then you got to get out of the brain implant, whatever the heck it is. You have to purchase basically the skill that you want to utilize, and that is purchasable with different types of materials. We have seen commander metals be utilized, and we have seen awakened materials be utilized. Now, it seems like not every skill is going to be open for application. Otherwise, I think everyone will just use preemptive or Wings of Eternity or any skill basically that you only need level 1 of, and it's a friggin' game changer. Although we did see that you can use sonar, and honestly, sonar is a game changer for a lot of comms. Basically means every hit is a sure hit skill. But that aside, there is a cap on the level for it. It is level 30, and it appears that you need to level this up with these brain implants for the particular skill, so you purchase it over and over again in order to level it up. Let's see if we can find it. Is it in the All-Star level? All-Star? It might not even be here because it does not go live until next week, which is odd. It's not normally how 7P does this thing, but my hat is off to them for actually doing it the right way this time. Normally they drop this stuff like right in the end of GB, and like the last couple of matches, like all these, like it becomes like a bit of a contest to see, who's got 4 skills enabled for all of their comms already, and that's what these whales have. But good for them for not doing it right away. So it is going to take effect next week. Let's see. So it's not in the All-Star shop. It's not in the All-Star shop. Where would it be? I don't know where it would be. It's probably not added in yet, is the thing. I don't know if anybody else, anybody who's watching the stream has found it as of yet. Let's call in my garrison. That doesn't need to be out all the friggin' time. Okay. Oh. Looks like they added in some limited packs. Okay. I mean, they're all $100, which I think is ridiculous. Let's see, how are these? Whatever. What is even the difference between this one and the first one? What is the difference here? These two look exactly the same. Yeah, these are the same. And then what? The 2 purple ones are the same, so they're just telling you. All right, whatever. This one has some mags. The other one has some resources. Yeah. Okay. Same one. Oh, what is this? What is this? How do I unlock this shiz? Galactic Campaign Star? What does this even do? Star of the Year? Quarter Communities? What are these? It's 7 pirates we need. I'm saying this like they're listening. They're not. No one is watching. They're not watching this. But we need a changelog. Like, what is this for? I don't know. Anyone in World Chat figure it out? No. And are other people gonna see this? Well, probably, I guess, if we use it. I don't know. Are those in the rewards? No. Man, who knows? Maybe it's in World Event Shop, but I don't think it is. All right, I think this is something that they are going to release as we get closer to the actual the date, which is May 23rd. What is that? Monday? Is that Monday? No, it is Saturday. Okay, so like right after GB ends, they're gonna launch this thing. Look, we're going to have to see how it goes. And, I mean, that's about that. So let's see, in the shop that's locked. Oh, okay. Whatever. Yeah, I don't know. I don't think it's going to be right here. All right, I figure I'm gonna let me finish up a little bit of my daily, see if we pick up some more stuff. That's always the thing. I have to send some of my shadow matter away. I don't know about you guys. I'm sitting on a ton of shadow matter from like a couple events ago. We had an oracle, and it also aligned with gates of time and space. So I got a lot of shadow matter. I had over 250,000 shadow matter from that. And look, I don't drop anything on any event. I mean, I don't drop everything on any event. But I did use like a bunch of pure crystals for it. I think I pretty much have all the shadow matter I'm ever going to need from this point, which before it was such a bottleneck for me because I'm just, I'm turning it all into unlimited crystals. But anyway, let's do the dailies. Let's see if we pick up on anything. You never know. You never know. It's so easy to do dailies these days. I remember when it was 30. I think it was 30. I definitely remember when it was 20. I think it was there was 30 at one point. Let's train some troops. But I mean, I will give it to the devs that they're trying to increase the content. They're trying to give us something to latch onto. I know a lot of people are feeling burnt out on the game right now, and it's one of the difficult things is that as the devs continue to add in single player PvE type stuff, there's less and less of a reason to interact at the guild level. And that over time will create decay in the player base. So while the devs have been adding in all of these single player based things, I really hope that they start looking at GB and reform it. One of the issues is that smaller players really just have to sit and watch while the big players slug it out. I know it's been suggested that they should split up GB and have a lower league and a minor league and a major league, and I know that there would be some logistical issues because there are a lot of guilds that are a mix of players, but I think it does make sense to try and figure out how to work around some of those logistics issues, because right now it's basically gotten to a point where it's not sustainable. I don't know if you guys joined me during the DZG versus FBI fight, but for example, on the FBI side, there were, maybe there were 8 players who were fighting. That's what it seemed to me anyway. I realize that a lot of that might be stem from the fact that I can't read Chinese. But I believe there weren't many players that were actually actively using their commanders. There were many players who were on the field using their arcs, but there weren't many players actually fighting from the FBI side. So, I mean, this is one of the things, it's an issue in our game right now where for the longest time, GB was the main thing. And you can't have such an essential and central module to the game, institutionally discourage the vast majority of players to engage. That is a recipe for death in a video game. It's not a recipe for future growth. But anyway, let's see. So I did my training. Well, that's going to happen, and that's probably going to be that. I think that... Oh, what is this? Here we go again. So they put the quantized pack back in. It used to be that if you... It used to be that there was this pack in the gold store, and then they overhauled the gold store by giving us like these, what is it called? They overhauled the entire user interface of the gold store, and they gave us better packs, things that they had on smaller servers, younger servers for a good long time. And so that's great that they did that. When they did that, for some reason, they took the quantized pack out. And I think it was more an issue of the fact that the quantized pack simply wasn't in this new gold store. But I wondered, so they gave us that pop-up now for the quantized pack, which is good. because it used to be that, or most recently, you just had to wait until you were out of a potion, then try to use a potion, and then it would have this pop up for the quantized pack. Really, they should just put the thing in here. But they didn't. So they put it back over here for some reason. And, that's good that you have the capability to stock up on these if you feel like stocking up. Or sometimes, there is an event where there's a milestone for spending $50 or getting 7,500 gold, and this is a good way to pick that up some of the time. But if you don't have access to this pack, then sometimes you got to get two $20 packs and then figure out how are you going to fill it in the gap. So kudos to the devs for adding this back in. But my one criticism on this is that while you could say like, yeah, it's intuitive because it's on the same screen, it's not intuitive because all of the packs that they add in that are pop-ups, those become very difficult to navigate. And it's difficult. If I didn't see that there and think, oh, I'm going to click on this, I wouldn't know it's there. I should be able to buy this in the same storefront that sells me all of the other gold. There should be parity between all of these storefronts. But it is good that they added that back in. But I'll reiterate my complaint that this should have been in the patch notes. And it would have been such a simple thing for the devs to just say, added quantized pack into Time and Space War. All right, whatever. Not there. Let's check out Time and Space War. Because why not? Yeah, whatever. It's so far from the season, I don't care how much of these I'm banking. Normally I try to bank energy, meta energy, for when I need it in GB. But lately I've not really been banking that. I have to come back to this. Okay, yeah, I don't have enough cash because I have been converting pure crystals. But it doesn't look like they added anything in. Whatevers. Now we have to click on everything. Nope. This is how we have to find out how things are added to the game. So Zadra889 says delete the weekly pack. There is a new May pack. Okay. And again, so this is another issue where there used to be this is $20. Okay, so there has always been a $20 weekly. There's always been for a couple of years. There's been a weekly $20 value pack. Then one day, a bunch of people start logging in to see, hey, they don't have the $20 pack. There's a $100 pack, and the devs told us that like they randomized it. Some players got the 20, some got the 100. I think by this point, after public outcry, they have rolled that back because normally you get the 20 and then it shows you the monthly pack and whatever. Anyway, you know what I'm talking about. May special pack. Okay. It's got 1,500 unlimited crystals. Very good. And it's got shining metals. Okay, so this is the all-star. This is the all-star currency, so very good call out, Zadra. Thank you from 889. Because we are going to need 8,000 of these bad boys in order to unlock the alpha injector, unless they hike up the cost, which they very well might do. So basically, based on the terrible way that I calculate expenses in this game, they are valuing that fourth skill at $75. 8,000 of, no. Well, let me do math. I should be able to do math better than that. Yeah, $67. There we go. They are valuing a fourth skill slot at, about $65 per commander. Not as terrible as I thought it would be, unless there is a limit on these. I mean, we'll have to see. But I don't think anybody should go and drop, how many would you need now? So, like, 8 times 5 is 40, so you need to get 4 of these things. Should you drop $400? Well, you probably have all of the shining metals saved up, so should you drop $300? I don't think so. I don't know how much you're going to want to really get 4 skills on all of your comms. Will it give you advantage? Yeah, absolutely, it will give you an advantage. However, you're going to have to keep in mind that the max skill level of this 4th skill is level 30, and it is, I can guarantee you, it's going to be expensive to get to level 30. This isn't going to be simple. This isn't going to be just you spend your resources on it, because then, overnight, everybody would have it, to be honest with you. So what we've seen is that it will cost awakened materials and possibly commander medals. So if you take heat-seeking missile from Flare, it might cost you 10 or 20 Flare medals. So this is that's going to be basically in order to get 1 brain plug-in for that specific skill, and then you use it, and that unlocks level 1. In order to unlock level 2, you're going to have to spend more of them. In order to unlock level 3, we saw a screenshot that showed that you're going to need 8 of these. So it's going to keep increasing, and it's probably going to increase exponentially. There might be a point where it just reaches a hard maximum. But my advice to players would be, don't seek out those skills that really benefit from the scaling and the leveling up. If I were you, I would seek out those skills that even at level 1, it's a game changer. Like Sonar, for example, almost no high-end players or even medium-level players need for Sonar to be any higher than level 1. And Sonar provides a sure hit to all of your slots. So that's something to look at, and I wouldn't upgrade that past level 1. There are going to be other skills like that, if you get, if you want to put another skill onto Stella, say, any sure hit skill, if it's too expensive for you to level up with these brain plugins, just get a sure hit skill to level 1, so at least it's going to give her the capability to connect and, maybe and do some tear space damage. That's basically the hope. But if you start to take like damage dealing skills, you're going to have to very, very carefully figure out which ones and strategize which ones you utilize. Now, you can unlink the plugin skill once you link it. However, you're only going to receive a fraction of the brain plugins back, or you might receive a fraction of the original materials that you used to buy the brain plugins. We're not sure at this point. One thing that we are sure of, though, is if you're less than level 10, it does seem like it's going to give you back everything up to level 10, so that's something. But we'll have to see how that develops. So already decent pack. Let's keep going. 1,000 mags. Okay. 20, whatever. We don't care about the 20 million, food parts and 10 million cash, or 24 million and 12 million. The pure crystals, 5 of them. Okay. So, that's great. So it's basically got 2,000 unlimited crystals. It's got some speed ups, got some super equipment chests, got some melange. All around, it's a decent pack. I personally don't feel like packs are worth it these days. I want to see a greater commitment from the developers to creating content that brings players together and doesn't kind of separate players into their own little sphere. Right now, I don't feel motivated to buy packs to do, another 10 levels higher in peak. To me, that's not engaging to me. I like engaging with other players, so I hope that they increase the opportunities for PvP and things like that. Cool. So that's that. Nice to see that. Okay, so at the very least, they're not going to force this into being like super duper premium. They're going to, for the 4th comm skill, where it's going to end up. But I think what the devs are trying to do here, and I think it's very smart, is they're trying to bait you in. If they basically give you the 4th, if they basically give you the alpha injector, then you're going to feel like you need to use it. And so you're going to try to level up these skills. And you're probably going to pick the wrong skill and inlay it. And then you're going to have to... And you probably will realize it's the wrong skill, but not before you sink some hard-earned in-game items into it, and then you're going to chase it down the drain a little bit, then finally decide a season from now that, you went the wrong way and you're going to try another one. And all of this causes diminishing returns, and it utilizes your items that would otherwise give you other benefit. So, I do think it's smart of the devs to do it this way. Look, it's the end of GB season. We got a little bit of time. I think I'm going to be observing before I do much with this. But we shall see. We shall see. So at this point, I think I'm going to root around a little bit, but we know the best way to find out what they changed in this is for me to stop streaming, and then the community members are going to figure all this shiz out. They're going to say, Badger, if you just went this other further screen, you would have found out the secrets of life, the universe, and everything. And I don't deserve that, so I'm going to get going. Thanks for joining me here tonight.